Tips on scheduling event space for recognized student organizations, presented by the Office of Event Services and Campus Center Operations and Student Development. This presentation will cover institutional scheduling priorities, tips for choosing spaces, best practices for specific kinds of spaces, off-campus sites, examples of what delays the approval process, where to find additional resources. Understanding the university's scheduling priorities. The university assigns space and resources based on their importance to the academic mission of the university and how effectively they support what the university is doing. Assignment priorities are in the following order: essential services, academic course scheduling, institutional programs, student-sponsored programs, community-sponsored events that align with the academic mission of the university, activities sponsored by independent and/or non-university organizations. General tips on choosing space. The following factors should be considered when choosing space. The activity is appropriate for the room's function, features, layout, and design. A pizza party is not appropriate for a computer lab. A dance party is not appropriate for a classroom. The expected attendance does not exceed the room's capacity. Remember, the capacity may change based on the room's configuration and equipment. The space is available for the requested time frame. This includes setup and breakdown buffer time frames before and after the event. Using classrooms. Since the academic schedule takes priority over requests for events, requests for timeframes that overlap with the standard class modules must wait until after the 10th day of semester classes for review and processing. During class modules, educational structured events may be approved based on availability. Events with large audiences that are unstructured and/or noisy are not permitted during standard academic modules. However, they may be requested after 10 p.m. Monday through Thursday, after 3:30 p.m. on Friday, and on weekends. Lower L-Wing classrooms should not be booked Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 5, unless it is a structured educational event with supervision, since noise is disrupted to the offices above. When serving refreshments, consider a setup location outside of room, as well as a timing and cleanup. Altered room layouts must be returned to the standard instructional layout. It is important that the room's electronic equipment remain operational for the next class or event. Report issues immediately to the ITS Help Desk at extension 4309 or help.desk@stockton.edu. Using multi-purpose and event rooms. Commonly used rooms include Campus Center Event Room and Board of Trustees Room, Campus Center Meeting Room 5, Multicultural Center Multi-Purpose Room, Scarpa Academic Center Atlantic City Fannie Lou Hamer Event Room, Lodge at Lakeside Town Hall, Academic Complex CD Atrium, Townsend Residential Life Multipurpose Room. These spaces require a diagram and a technician to be scheduled to assist with audio-visual needs. They require setup and breakdown time between events. For sample diagrams and suggested timeframe buffers, visit the Space Reservation Resources page. Using Campus Center meeting rooms. Weekly club meetings are better suited for classrooms due to limited availability and smaller room capacities in the Campus Center meeting rooms. Monthly club meetings are permitted upon availability. The monitors outside the doors display current and upcoming reservations. Students may drop in during free times. The Campus Center Information Desk can open credenzas for access to computer and projection equipment. Report equipment issues to the Campus Center Information Desk at extension 4706 or the ITS Help Desk at extension 4309. Using athletic facilities. Requests for athletic and recreational facilities are submitted through 25 Live and are subject to the priority needs that support the mission of the Office of Athletics and Recreation. These may include, but are not limited to, competitions, practices, intramural and club sports, open recreational use, and other departmental and institutional programs. Requests may be considered after the above needs have been met. Generally, during the academic year, availability is best on weekends. Typically, at least one indoor facility should remain available for use by the department and/or for student open recreational hours. For example, if the sports center is booked with an admissions open house program, the I-Wing gym should not be booked with another event. Some game equipment is available to sign out. Consider your needs and include them in your request. Outdoor access to electricity can be limited in some areas, which may require the group to rent generators. Using performance venues. The following is a list of the commonly used performance venues on the Galloway campus. Performing Arts Center, Main Theater, PAC, becomes available after the needs of the Performing Arts Center and School of Arts and Humanities have been met. Accommodates approximately 535 guests. Contains dressing rooms and a green room. Requires a budget to cover the costs of labor. Requires the scheduling of technicians to support audio and visual needs. Offers event ticketing services. Additional fees apply. Requires the group to meet with the venue manager in advance to review safety protocols. Requires the group to provide ushers for the duration of the event. Using performance venues. Campus Center Theater accommodates 254 guests. Consider using the Campus Center Information Desk ticketing services. Contains dressing rooms and a green room. Contains a stage that is approximately 35 feet by 21 feet. Requires the scheduling of technicians to support audio and visual needs. Alton Auditorium accommodates 250 guests and is used as a lecture hall and performance venue for academic courses. Requires the scheduling of technicians to support audio and visual needs. Campus Center Coffee House, equipped with a small stage, projector, and a basic sound system for announcements. Ideal for small performances in an open setting. Performers should bring their own equipment. Using Stockton facilities at Atlantic City, Hamilton, Manahawkin, and Woodbine. Information on Stockton's venues can be found at stockton.edu/venues. You will use the same process to submit your request. The Office of Event Services and Campus Center Operations will assist with coordinating with venue managers and service providers on your behalf. Remember to consider travel time, the shuttle schedule for Galloway, and parking implications. Visit stockton.edu/parking for more details. What could delay the approval process? The following factors may impact the timeliness of the approval process. Weighing your request against the needs of the institution based on scheduling priorities. For example, waiting until the 10th day of the semester when the academic schedule has been solidified to book meetings and workshops in the classrooms, or confirming dates for annual and major institutional events. Missing detailed information to communicate specific needs to venue managers and service providers such as room configuration, technical presentation needs, and safety-related information. Lack of time to convert room setups and support between back-to-back events, such as events with complex setups or events on weekends where overtime labor needs to be coordinated. Concerns regarding safety and risk management factors, requiring consultation with campus partners. If your preferred space is not available, continue to submit the request without a space listed, and your advisor or the event schedule will assist by suggesting options. Consider ways to modify your request, like changing the date or time frame, adjusting the anticipated count to better reflect expectations, choosing other rooms with different configurations, altering the room setup or program format. About event form statuses, from draft request to confirmed event. Each request will go through 2 reviews. The first occurs as a pre-approval from your student development advisor, and the second from an event scheduler with the Office of Event Services and Campus Center Operations. Draft status upon submission. The request is pending an initial review by the student development advisor for the concept. The advisor ensures compliance with policies. The request does not hold the space in 25 Live Pro since it is still in an conceptual planning phase. Tentative status. Indicates advisor has given pre-approval for the concept and is ready for the event scheduler review. Space is held pending event scheduler preview. Event scheduler seeks venue manager approval if necessary and processes request. Sealed status. Option for spaces that do not require an additional level of venue manager review to hold the space for ongoing planning or for the use with event scheduler permission. Space is held. When ready to proceed, must be changed to tentative status by the advisor to trigger event scheduler review. Confirmed status. Indicates final review and approval by the event scheduler. Event scheduler issues work orders and the confirmations to venue managers and service providers. Event is published to web calendars. The group proceeds with contracts, commitments, and advertisements. Cancellations and changes for events in any status should be coordinated through a student development advisor and marykate.mckenna at stockton.edu. Additional resources. Visit the Space Reservation Resources page for additional resources. To access this page, click on the Learn More icon from the What's Happening at Stockton.edu calendar webpage, the Event Services Plan Your Event, or the Student Development website. Topics include 25 Live tutorial video library, sample space diagrams, submitting an event request, searching space availability, commonly used spaces and suggested setup breakdown times, published web calendars, and 25 Live glossary and terms. You have now completed this PowerPoint presentation.